What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. I just finished feeding my fish. Now I'm gonna go for my little morning walk and chit chat with you. But let me show you where I'm gonna put the solar power water system. Okay. So let me turn around so I can kind of give you a visual. All right. So this area, right? This area right here does not have any public water water collection system at all. There's no wells over here at all. My compound is way over there. I'm like one of the only people who got a well. You got some people that got their own wells in their houses, right? But all these people, all these houses here, I'm just gonna walk. And keep in mind, every creature will benefit from it. So the goats are just chilling. Them goats actually came in my house yesterday. They just walked up in there, all of them. I'm like, what's up? You know, people don't steal, like the goats, like people go, these are people's goats, right? And they don't lock them up because the goats know where home is. They pretty much just stay where they're supposed to be. So if you can see, there's houses in this whole community here, right? And there's all these people. Let me see. Well, I don't know if I want to walk all the way down there. Let me see if I can do a little raisey upper. This whole side, right? All of this. Whole bunch of people that live around. Like, it's a lot. Like, Nigeria got a lot of people, yo. Like, it's got to be more than 200 million people in this country. I'm telling you. Gotta be. Right? Honestly, I don't believe they know how many people are here. And they be saying like 1.4 billion Africans in Africa. I'm like, nah, bro. There's gotta be like 400. Like, honestly, there's gotta be like 400. I mean, like 4 billion people in Africa altogether. Like, first of all, Africa's like 4 or 5 times bigger than what most people believe in their head. Right? And I'm sure they've never been, there's not enough infrastructure here to even possibly count the amount of people. The people that they have counted are the 1.4 billion. But I'm telling you right now, there's more, bro. There's more. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know how overwhelmingly dominant we are population wise. I mean, there's already even conservatively, they already know that our population is next level massive, right? But they're not telling the truth. I'm telling you. They are not telling the truth. Just like in America, they're not telling us how many African Americans in America. They lying. Because there's a whole lot more of us than they want to admit. You know, that's what white folks do. Look at the greens. And look at all my shit. Now I promise you there's food in here. This is my land over here. There's I got peppers. I got ginger. All that stuff just grows naturally, right? I like what do you call it? You know, natural. No, I don't like making like artificial farming the way Europeans do it, to where the soil gets eroded. The soil here, because the way people they plant in such a natural way. They the soil always maintains its consistency. You see this thing right here? This whole house is owned by a doctor that lives in America. It's trashy though. They should, I mean, as far as like dirt, they do need, people to come and do this, right? Like to clean up like this particular area right here. They need to pick this up. But you know what? What this is, people do pick up their like it'll get like this, but it won't get worse. Like when you look at India, right? It just gets worse and worse. Here, they do eventually pick it up. They have a day where they clean all this stuff up. Right? They do. They clean. They don't just sit around and allow things to get too crazy. Right? But I'm trying to take you to where people walk to get their water. That's what I want to do. So I can show you where the people are walking who don't have access to water, where they're going to get their water. Some people with some new housing construction. And what I want Americans to understand, right? When you're talking trash about Africans, about, you know, their living conditions, I want you to understand that you would be in the same living condition if you didn't have financing. And also understand that when you when they show you Africa, they always show you the worst parts, right? Especially when people talking trash. Like, you got this one dude, he's a YouTuber, you know, he ain't got that many followers, but you know, he was defending African Americans from shit talking xenophobic Nigerian, and she's like the Nigerian Candace Owens, right? He was talking shit about her, right? Because she be talking shit about us, right? She be talking shit. I'd be like, what? And she fine too, right? She too fine to be that damn. I don't know why most of the conservative black women are fine, man. What a waste, god damn it. But anyway, he was talking shit about her, and of course he brought up you know, he showed the place in Lagos where the people who live on the water, and how effed up it is. Now it is effed up, you know, because the government don't take care of them. They're people of the water, you know, but, you know, because of industrialization, you know, shit's fucked up. I mean, ain't no lie. But you see, the problem is when you talking shit about somebody, there was no need to bring that up, to use that as a way to attack somebody. And that's the problem we have, is that you have uneducated people like him, because he's uneducated, right? And when somebody hurts African Americans' feelings, what they do is they say, okay, well, let's look at your country, which, you know, in a low vibrational way, I understand, right? But what it causes is you start to promote, you know, what white supremacy wants you to see about Africa. So you should see the worst parts of Africa. So he's talking shit about the whole country of Nigeria because of one dumbass xenophobic Nigerian, right? And so, of course, if you're going to do that, another Nigerian who's not xenophobic, or probably wasn't xenophobic, sees an African American talking shit about the entire country and then showing the dilapidation of certain parts in the context of trash talking, then of course they're going to clap back, because black people clap back, right? That's what we do. We clap back, and it doesn't matter what kind of black person you are, right? And then it causes the domino effect, right? And so that's why me, as a Pan-African, I got to jump in there like, dude, why don't you deal with her on an individual basis and not try to trash the whole country and then talk about you fleeing from, like, are you that ignorant to not know why people leave, right, their country and come to America? Because all the things you enjoy as a New Yorker, you get from places like this. So as a black person, if you are talking shit about the economic situation of any other black country, you're acting like a white supremacist. You're speaking for the white supremacists. That's what you're doing. You're speaking for white supremacy, and you're perpetuating exactly the type of propaganda that white supremacists want you to perpetuate. So that's the problem. Like, you can handle xenophobic, hateful Africans who talk shit, because I understand there are African people who ignorant, say we ain't got culture. I understand that. And I got plenty of videos clapping back at them. It's just that the algorithm will never push that information to African Americans. They won't push my videos clapping back, because they know I'm measured with my shit. They rather push ignorant people doing it, right? Okay, here's a little pathway. And also keep in mind, right, there's no financing in this country, right? Capitalism hasn't quite naturally taken over this country to where everybody just go out and get a loan and just, you know, they can finance that. Because think about how many African Americans would have land, would have houses, if America didn't have a financial system. Answer that question. So if you were in a situation where you didn't have a financial system, you would be in the same situation. You have to build from the ground up, like we used to before there was such thing called financing. People here in Africa live just like they live in the Caribbean. If you ever been to the Caribbean, then you've been to Africa, basically. You understand what I'm saying? This is like all this is all natural. So people would talk trash about a place like this, but didn't want to come. Don't make no sense, right? When this place is beautiful, right? And there are places in Nigeria that look 1,000 times better than places in America. America is not that shining beacon on a hill it used to be, right? New York is shit. Like the dude who was talking shit, he's from New York. You're pointing at Lagos, right? And you're pointing at the dilapidation of the water, you know, of the people in the water, and you see the trash and you see all that. But I'm like, you're from New York. Your city smells like piss and shit. your rats are big and they're not natural. See, the rats out here, they eat natural bamboo. They eat natural foods. The rats out here can be eaten because they're natural, right? The reason why rats in America are disgusting is because they live by disgusting human beings. That's why pigeons are disgusting, because they live by human beings. We make them disgusting by our living habits. So no person from New York can ever talk shit about anybody from Lagos, because New York is basically Lagos. All right, let me get it around. Oh, it's kind of squishy. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. I'm going over this, a little wet. I'm going over it. Now keep in mind, I'm supposed to be collecting water. Well, I'm not collecting water, but this is the collecting water path. Okay, this is the collecting water path. All right, clearly a car has went through here. Oh, I'm about to get effed up if I keep. All right, I made it. You know what? At least here, at least in Africa, you know, the land belongs to you. I'd rather have a new set of problems than the problems we have in America. And that's the truth. All right? I'd rather have to come and clean up the land I actually own in Africa than deal with public services in America. Who gonna take my tax money, right? Who gonna take my tax money and go clean up some white person's neighborhood, right? And don't people talk shit about American neighborhoods? Why do our neighborhoods look like shit? Because they don't finance, they don't fix our neighborhoods. That's the truth. Let me stop and give y'all another view. Let's keep it moving. So yeah, so all I'm saying is, when you are talking shit about xenophobic Africans as you try to defend African Americans, make sure you talk shit about that person, right? And there's ways to clap back without including every goddamn body, right? Don't include everybody. All right, now I'm going through another treacherous part here. Keep in mind, I'm supposed to be collecting water, right? And they might be, oh, here we go. They're exactly doing that. You see this? There are people walking over here to collect water. Oh, shit. Oh, look at my feet. Oh, and there are people already here. Ekado. Here we go. This is it. You see this? Do you see this? Collecting water, and they have to do laundry and everything here. Now this is fresh water. I mean, it's coming in from somewhere. They got it is pooling in from somewhere, but at the same time, do you want to drink this water? Do you want to wash your clothes in this water? Because some people are forced to do so. And that's the thing. Ekado. Yeah? How about that? You see? So this is why I'm trying to build the solar powered water bowl. Because if I do so, you see these people? They wouldn't have to come over here and do this. Okay? You understand? This is why I'm collecting money. Now let me walk back. Because I don't want to, I did see them, but at the same time, I'm not going to just keep the camera in their faces. They didn't ask to be on, you gotta be a little mindful, you understand? But now I'm walking back. So imagine having to do that because you don't have financing, right? You can't turn your water on because, maybe the government did not build it. And then you say, why didn't the government build it? Huh? Why isn't the government not taking care of their people? Well, let me ask you, why are the Democrats and Republicans not taking care of us? Why did Flint, Michigan, was it Michigan? Why did it take so long to fix the pipes when they were poisoning the black community there? Why does Elon Musk AI company poisoning the black community? How come the politicians haven't done anything about it? Why do we got so many homeless people in all our supposed major cities? Why do we have tent cities popping up left and right in a country that's supposed to be the richest country in the world? with supposedly the most advanced technology, the most advanced politicians, with the best and most secure government structure, you know, on the planet. Why is the great and mighty America have people suffering on a daily basis? So when you look at Africa and you see how the government and how politicians and businessmen have not done what they're supposed to do to take care of their people, and you wonder why, ask yourself why they don't do it in America, and you'll have your answer. You understand? But the difference is, the reason why, hold on, see, look at this. So water does flow. This is natural water, it does flow. I don't see anybody getting anything from over here though, to be honest. This is like a little swampish type area right here. Yeah. But when you ask yourself these questions, think. Think, right? Because the politicians in America, the reason why we have financing in America is because the finance companies and all the major utility companies and all the companies that force us to pay $250 a month for this, $250 a month for that, you know, to the point to where we don't have any goddamn money, right? The lobbyists, the people who own that those companies come over here and steal, steal. That's the reason why things are the way they are, because people are stealing, okay? Echo. Yes. Echo. Yes. People are stealing from them. So how do you get mad or talk trash about the people who are being stolen from? Echo. How do you do that? How do you talk trash about people who are being stolen from? Especially as an American. We live on the Death Star, you understand? We live on the Death Star. So all the amenities that we do have is because white people are stealing it from places like this. I just found some goddamn money. Get the fuck out of here. Hold up, is it all together? Nope, it's ripped up. I was about to say, I'm like, I found some money. No, that ain't no good. But, oh, look at this. I damn on the Discovery Channel today, y'all. These damn ants are working. You see this ants? They is going. Ooh, scary. These ants big as shit, y'all. That must be the leader right there. Huh? That's the Pan-African ant. We on the Discovery Channel now, y'all. Because everybody like, you in Africa, give me some footage. I'm going to give you some footage, all right? I'm out here. You're on the move. Look at that long, you see that line? My ants? Huh. So, you got this path, and you got that path. I'm taking this path. What does that say? Notice there will be a renovation work on this road on Saturday. This is a beautiful spot. Like, this is like a top-notch spot right here. This is absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, all this is food. Like, you're looking, this is cassava. All this is food everywhere. So, you know, now I'm walking back. Now, imagine, you had to walk all the way over there through all that shit so you can wash your clothes. And so you can have water. And they carry it back and they boil it. They're not drinking that damn water like that. They're boiling it. Right? Now, Nigerians are very clean people. African people are very clean people in general when they have access to water. You take about 4 or 5 baths a day, like legitimately. You have to. You have no choice, because it being a tropical climate, if you don't wash, it can be very dangerous, because bacteria festers in warm climates. So people always taking baths. Nobody like uses the bathroom with toilet paper alone. Everybody's washing their butt. Like, there's no, they might got the cleanest asses in the world. Like, because you literally just have no choice. Just like in Europe, the reason why they don't take baths is because it's cold, right? And you try taking a goddamn bath with cold water in the cold, and watch what happened to you. You die. Hypothermia. So I understand why they have a history of not washing. Even though now they ain't got no excuse. But I mean, that's legitimately the truth. In Africa, in hot climates, you gotta wash. You have to, because it's hot. In cold climates, you don't. And I know this because as United States Marine, you know, survival training and things like that, we know what to do and what not to do, depending on what the weather is. You know, and so, you know, that's so I do give Europeans, you know, their thing on that. I'm like, yeah, I know. They still, you know, it's just what it is. But so imagine Nigerians and African people, having to walk all the way over there to get water every day, 2-3 times a day. They'll spend a quite significant amount of time collecting water, right? And then, you know, it's not the good groundwater under the ground. You got that water that's sitting on top. Who knows what fell into that water, you know? So that's why I want to build this solar power water bowl system, because those people that you saw me talking to, all of them are going to that water to collect. All right, that's where they're going. So I want to stop that. I want to do my little thing and stop that, folks. Because for all the goddamn money that they done stole from us at the grocery store, when they try to round up them goddamn dollars, try to round it up to the nearest dollar, talking about, you want to donate to this, you want to donate to that. How many goddamn wells have these multi-billion-dollar corporations pretended like they built in Africa? Shit, as much money as we done gave, that should not be an issue, right? But we know those multinational corporations that collect money, they keep 80% of the profit. These nonprofit corporations are nonprofit for tax purposes, but they keep 80% of the profit, right? And then they take another 10% for operational costs. Then they take another 5% for advertisement. And then the only bit that gets there is the other 5%. And that 5% is used and wrapped up in their advertisement and propaganda, because they'll build a couple wells so they can record it, slap some sad music on it, you know, go grab the nearest kid, tell him to take his shirt off, right? And then, you know, make sure flies are around, tell them not to blink, and then, you know, stand there and tell you to donate some money, right? So that a white man can get rich off pain and suffering. They do what they like, huh? Yo, goats, they get around, bro. They get around. If you're gonna stop a goat from eating your shit, you better build a damn wall, a tall wall. Ain't that right? Huh? Look at this. Look at these evil doers eating up people's crops. They so cute though. And you know what? People are not thieves here. Those goats, they go out here and they eat, and they go back home. You know, nobody's snatching up somebody's goats. I mean, it does happen, right? So, but if they get caught, whoo, yo, you get caught stealing. Like, that's the thing, man. Around here, the deterrence is the community. Don't get caught stealing. Don't get caught stealing. Oh, shit. Wasn't I supposed to show you where I was going to put it? Okay. All right. This is where I want to put the solar power water bowl. All right. This is the road I just came back from. See? All right. This road belongs to, I own this road, right? From right here. This is my border where this stick is, right? I own this road, right? I want to put it right here. I want to put it right here. Because since I already own it, here's the thing. Since I already own it, right? I don't have to worry about anybody playing no funny games, talking about, you know, like, it's mine because this is my land, or you renting it from me. I don't want to deal with none of that shit, right? I want to be able to put it somewhere where I know people can come use it. They ain't got to worry about no logistics. They ain't got to worry about nobody trying to say, I own this land, so let me lock it up and control it. I'm going to give total access to it, and it won't be locked up. So I'm going to put it right here. So if you see, I'm going to demarcate a whole section of my land. I'm thinking right in this spot. I'm actually going to push it back. And I might have to, damn, I got that damn light pole right there. I might have to push it. I might have to push it in. I'll sacrifice a little bit more of my land so it's not touching. I don't want it to touch this. Just probably just behind them wires. I'll put it right there. And that way people can come here and they can get water, and they ain't got to walk their ass all the way where I just came from to go collect water. They'll never have to do it again because I'll provide them with that fresh water, clean water right there on my land that I already purchased. There ain't no somebody else's land, this and that. Ain't none of that funny business. I don't need to. I don't need it myself. Like, I have 2 wells already, right? I got plenty of water, and I allow my neighbors to use my water too. You know, so, and that's where I got the idea, because when I first came here, I was like, where are those guys going, right? With the buckets on their head. And they said, they're going into the river or to the little lake to get some water. And I'm like, what? I said, let me go down to the lake. So when I walked down to the lake, I said, that's the water they're drinking out of? They're forced to. They're just forced to. Now, there's a huge river even further, but ain't nobody walking down there. Plus, there's a lot of green grass and shrubbery. I haven't even been to the river. Like, there is a massive river, like a legitimate river, but that's like dangerous. Like, the reason why I ain't been there because it's dangerous, and I like doing shit like that. But I haven't done it yet. So everybody in this area will benefit from that. So that's why I'm doing it. And I figure I'd take you on my little walk, have a little conversation with you, talk about why you shouldn't be a hateful, xenophobic idiot talking trash when you are in the same situation. You just think you're not because guess what? Because you got financing. Take it on. So that's just it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you a little more insight, you know, a little inside scoop. And so we're about almost there. Well, the water bowl system will cost about $6,000 to $7,000, right? I'm assuming, right? We're at almost $3,000 so far. So, you know, if I don't get to build it while I'm here, when I get the money, then I'll build it, you know. And thing is, I can get it done even if I'm in America, because I got it like that, all right? And it's going to be efficient, and it's going to be done right. And of course, I'll bring the video to you. Morning. Anyway, so that's what we got going on. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I got to say for now, guys. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I gotta say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.